So this. Oh, I had all in my office redone the wires and outlets and shit like that. So I'm a little more organized.
Is it working?
Yeah. I don't have shit dangling all over the place. So it took a couple of days, but it was well worth it.
All right. So what do we got? What screen am I trying to show here? This one.
So regarding the UAW strikes, it's in the confirmatory headline that UAW members have ratified the contracts for GM and Stellantis now.
Are we live? I think we're live. I don't see your screen. Do you have your screen up?
Wait, maybe I forgot to share it. Is that possible? It's possible. Hold on. 1 second. How do I get this shit off here?
I gotta get to.
Oh no, I didn't share it.
You're saying your screen is not up yet, so they're just looking at my lovely face, man.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I forgot to share it. Are we live? I didn't hear anybody.
Yeah, we're live. Good morning. We're live.
Good morning, everybody.
Happy holiday week.
Yes. Thanksgiving should be a quiet week.
Oh, we don't ever just say it's going to be a quiet week.
Well, you never know, right?
UAW noting across 4 GM, Stellantis 64% of voting.
Sometimes things can get a little frisky during these quiet weeks. But Friday we have a half a day to help you get through that Thanksgiving hangover. What do you do Thanksgiving, Hunter? Anything interesting? Or you stay put, or you go out?
We're in Kona at the.
Oh, you're over there now.
Yeah.
Ah.
And what do we got going? We don't have much going. We've got family here, and we're gonna do some golfing this morning. And
so you have family there too. So the occasions you get, then you have people over. You go out to their house and shit.
Yeah, so we've got, dude. If I even started with what the flow is here, you wouldn't believe me to begin with. So I'll just leave it at we have family here, which is fun.
No,
and it's we're gonna do a little golf. We're gonna do a little scuba. We're gonna do a little snorkeling.
Scuba.
We'll do a little pickle just for fun.
Yeah, you gotta get some pickling. Gotta get some pickling.
Yeah, gotta get some pickling.
Yeah, I got people coming here, which is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. This family's fun. We have fun. This family's fun.
Oh yeah.
We have a good time.
I don't think people are that much fun, but yeah. That's just me.
That's because you don't drink.
So it's like everyone comes over, you're happy to see everyone. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, and then you can't wait for their ass to get out, so you can just lay out with the dogs and watch the rest of the ball games and digest properly. You know.
We've already had that come up, so we have enough space where if somebody gets sick of or complains about football, we're like, hey man, we got 2 big rooms with 2 85-inch 4K screens. Pick a room. If you don't want football, you don't have to be in the room that we're in. You can go to the other room.
Yeah. You have to set it straight. It's not even spoken of. It's not even talked about. And actually, in anybody else's house in the family I go to, either it's football's on and there's no questions asked, you know?
Yep.
If you have little kids, like you said, you stick them in a room, put a DVD or something on. But,
well, the nice thing here too is because the weather's always good. We just open up the freaking sliding door and just let them run wild. Let them run in the grass, jump in the pool.
That's the plus in those warm climates.
Oh yeah.
And here it's starting to get a little chilly now, but nobody could complain. It's actually been on the warmer side here, so not too bad.
So where is I thought we were gonna get Lucci for a couple of days. Is he just non grata?
You're right. Maybe that people out there probably know more than I do. I have no idea.
Weakness.
I have no idea.
Much weakness. So we got, if I look left on this daily chart, man, we're starting to flatten out a little bit, huh?
Yeah, getting a little tired in certain areas, which is understandable. And I don't know if we're going to see it this week. Thanksgiving week is known for a more of we call it a UOA week, meaning that flow wise, there's a lot of under the radar, unusual activity. That's kind of what you're hoping to get on a week like this, where it's light volume. You go through a lot of dry spells throughout the day, but there's a tendency for you get some chatter in the name and some flow in the name, and because of the low volume, low liquidity, you could get these exaggerated moves. But overall, it's usually a pretty quiet week, and any move in either direction that gets a little too cute, they usually wash it right out. By the end of the day, it's that sort of thing. But again, we'll see. You add some news into the mix that the market's not expecting. There's nothing really on the docket for the week. There's one thing that's really interesting. Well, a couple things. One, you have the Fed minutes comes out, I think it's Tuesday. And what people are interested out of the Fed minutes in hearing is what the lingo, what the chatter was in reference to financial conditions. In other words, what was behind the reversal in the tightening that was out there. Okay. So a lot of times you get clues of what the Fed was thinking behind the scenes, not just what they're telling us, right? Because I mean, they're going to tell us higher for longer to return purple in the face. They're not going to tell us, the coast is clear, everybody get long risk. So the Fed minutes sometimes can provide, it's delayed information, but can provide some clues so you get a better handle on what they're thinking. That's the only big thing on the Fed front. There's not much Fed speak because of the holiday week. And the other thing I'm hearing people are watching is once again the bond auctions. All right, so that's been important. It's all gone the bull's way up to this point, and we'll see if that continues. By the way, that's what. No matter what was the main catalyst behind the turning point, that refunding announcement from Yellen, literally nailed the lows of this market. Everybody thinks it's the CPI. The CPI came a week after that, and it's just a couple days ago. That final gap up that may nail the top of this move, but it was the Yellen's announcing the refunding of the Treasury supply. Right, it was softer than expected, and that nailed the lows of the market, and got some things turning the other direction. So it's just some stuff that we don't really pay attention to usually. And the reaction is more important than anything else.
True that.
So that's basically on the schedule front. Anything in particular you're looking at this week, or this week? Let me ask you a question: do you put any validity behind any movement this week, or it's kind of a low volume week, and you want to see it confirmed next week?
What's interesting is I used to, and I'm sure you lived this as well. I always found that this week was one of those weeks where people on the lower end of the experience range made mistakes, which is not always, but is oftentimes the case. But like the Wednesday and then the half day session on Friday, I've always found that it's almost 98% of the time is a complete waste of time because it's so trappy. So I've always just tried to avoid it. I had 1 year early on where I got caught on that half session in Disney, and it marked the beginning of when Disney went from being like a really good, not predictable, but a good trading stock, and it just went to shit And that like marked that was like the marking of, all right, that's it. I've had it. I'm done doing the half session. And that was kind of like the beginning of it for me. That was probably 15 years ago, something like that. So I try to avoid the half day session and the day before. It's not worth the aggravation to me.
That's right. That's why I was asking. There's a lot of sometimes you get exaggerated moves on light volume, and then the following week, they kind of wash those out. So
Yeah, totally.
we have NVIDIA earnings this week, and I found a little interesting write-up from Goldman. I think it was this morning and posted it. But they report on 11/21, which is when? Wednesday?
Tomorrow, right?
Oh, Tuesday. Tomorrow.
Isn't tomorrow the number?
Yeah, it's the 20th. Yep. Wow. Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah,
so they
after the close
reported from
tomorrow.
the bell on Tuesday. Goldman's got, our eyeball, the eyeball test pretty much tells you this anyway. But positioning scale, they went from crowded to under-owned. And I thought it'd be a 10 at this point, but it's 8 out of 10 Goldman has. We currently have NVIDIA positioning at an 8 on a 1 to 10 scale, 1 max short, 10 max long.
Priced to perfection.
What's that?
Priced to perfection.
Yeah, basically as close as you're going to get to price to perfection. And what you were out, I don't know if you were sick when we looked at this chart. Did you see this? This is the mega cap tech shares. And here's what I find more interesting about this chart. I don't know if you guys can see this, if you can make it out. Let me see, can I blow that up? I don't know if that's clearer. But this is mega cap tech share of total U.S. hedge fund single stock net exposure. Okay, so
Yikes.
Hedge funds positioning in a variety of different single stock sectors. This is in that mega cap Magnificent Seven tech area. Okay, 99 percentile. So, and the interesting part about it is overall hedge funds are net short individual names. Okay, that's how short they are everything else. It's as lopsided as you're going to get. So they are all in these names, net short everything else. And what I found fascinating here, because this is something we spoke about, because a lot of people think these tech names can't become out of favor. Look at the start of the year, Ranchero. January 2023. Nobody wanted to own these things. Is that unbelievable? January of this year, these hedge funds were nowhere near these names. And now look where it is. So, it can happen. Sometimes it takes time, but everything goes through cycles where they get overowned, underowned, and it's not even necessarily how much lower they have to go. Sometimes there's time, right? Correction through time. But right now, again, you're at max long here. And just so you guys get an idea, here's the, come on with this fucking thing. Why does that do that? Here's that hedge fund. I posted in the market updates this morning, a couple of minutes ago. Here is the hedge fund exposure overall in single names. Look at that, Ranchero.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So now think of the two charts I just showed you. In the complete opposite direction, in mega cap tech, all in, and everything else all out. I've never seen that big of a disparity between the two ever, and as long as I'm following it. So it'll be interesting to see how these things shake out. What do you guys having? Audio issues? Oh, Sil, you might have us on silence. So.
Yeah, I don't think there's audio issues right now, is there?
No, Sil couldn't hear us. He was saying.
Oh, I see. So we're open. I'm looking at bigger right now. I'm just looking at some bigger picture stuff. My Amazon and Costco position are performing quite well. The Costco, I wasn't feeling well, but I radioed into Norse that whoever was in Costco, we got to that target area, that extended fib area, and I threw a note out to Norse to tell everybody, if they were in this to roll up. So the nice thing about this Costco is if you're in it and you've been in it, you're in great shape. I've rolled this thing up now 3 times. This position is 100% fully paid for. So it's a free ride at this point. So anything that they do from here, I have complete autonomy to do whatever the hell I want. I'm hoping that it stays in this range, this 565 to 600 area, and creates a new range, just kind of like it did for the last, gosh, it dates back to July, right? From July until just recently where it finally broke out and stayed. So I'm looking for it to kind of keep this range between this 565 and 600 area. And at the top, or when it gets to these areas, I'll look to write it. But Costco's a funny one to trade on a daily basis. You need time, but it's performed really well. Amazon, similar situation. I'm still waiting to roll. I want it to break this 148 area, and then I'll consider it for another roll again, but another long-term position that's continuing to just perform well. So during a holiday week like this, I don't look to get, as you say, Jay, too cute on anything, but I don't know, maybe we get a little, like you said, a nice squeeze while the big boy traders are away and the kids are running the show. Maybe we get an opportunity to take advantage of some squeeze. I don't know.
Yep. You got a couple of these Argentina names gapping up off the election over there. Their Trump version of president won the election. I don't know if that was a big upset or was it expected. I didn't really follow it, but I know he's a pretty funny guy.
I'm not big on you know who's one of my kids is big. One of my kids is big on politics and stuff that's going on. I mean, like he really, really knows his shit, and I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
Oh, you're saying he follows and you don't?
Yeah, he follows it.
I'm not a big politics guy either.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it. I mean, some people love it, you know?
That's what I mean. I don't enjoy it either. He always wants to talk about it and engage and like have debate. And I'm like, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. Second of all, like it doesn't matter to me and you run circles around me. So like pick a different subject.
You don't want to get into those debates anyhow.
Exactly.
Religion and politics. Don't bring that up Thanksgiving. No.
Yeah. Money, religion, politics, bad shit.
Yeah. Uber, I don't know how clean this is. You got some action there in the with some time, June, some more buying. Let me see.
Hey, guys in the room have done well on Uber.
Yeah, Uber has been a nice play. By the way, I posted something market updates on Uber. You guys have been talking about that Palantir being added to the S&P 500. Uber is a candidate as well for the S&P 500.
Okay. So,
there's a write-up in market updates I just posted earlier this morning on it. Here, I'll post this into the room quick. The one page of it. Is this on? This is on, right?
Restrictions after a recent court ruling.
Looks like you got the Russell seeing some selling.
That doesn't surprise me.
Freaking Russell.
If the options traded better, I'd consider that.
Palantir. Speaking of Palantir, you got some December 20 call activity there.
They're pushing SPY higher, huh? I always hate the Chase, and it's not real. We don't have a gap here, which is nice, but I always am weary of Chase right off of the open. I'm always more cautious and wait for, let it come back to VWAP at least, but some days you just don't get it. Upper expected move that I have marked is at 453.10, 453.11. That's for your expected daily. So if they decide to run, that's the first side, and then the downside I've got 448.5 marked. So we'll see. Opening trades are such a pain.
You got Microsoft, some more chase flow there, short dated chase flow. Soxel, oh, those are puts. Weeklies? Yeah, those are weekly puts in the semiconductor ETF Soxel.
Wonder if that's a little hedge for NVIDIA.
Oh, yeah, good call. Exactly what it is. Looks like these Bitcoin miners seeing a little spec action early on. Mara, CLSK. Is Bitcoin running? No, Bitcoin's down. Bitcoin kind of got stuck here a bit too.
Microsoft gains as much as 2%, not an intraday record high.
Microsoft, get the heck out of here with this fucking thing. Little spec action in Snap. Looks like you got a little bull flow in the tranny. UNP. Let's see what we got going on here. UNP into weakness. November 212. So you got weekly sweep into some weakness in UNP. Those are weekly 220s.
Somebody asking you to post the lines on YPF. Did you see that? Did you just put them up?
YPF? No, I didn't see that. That's an Argentina name too.
Huh.
That's an energy name out of Argentina, I think. All of these things gap up nice. G-Gol, you guys remember that G-Gol caught a little bit of flow? They were probably playing the election, the flow we saw in these things. I didn't even realize it was coming up, the election.
Silvers, were you long that move off of the open? I see you just called out the 4510 8 EMA on SPX.
Citigroup, a little more bull flow weeklies and some December call activity.
It's impressive.
The banks joined in a little bit last week. Slow-wise price action was. And the Russell's bouncing back. See, you get these exaggerated moves. You got to be careful chasing on either side of these moves.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Light volume, and you get overreactions.
Yep. Yeah, see, it's hard when you see Microsoft bears show up and SPY still keeps making a move, then some of it just is not
It's
clear.
wonky.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, to your point, like they drank too much cough syrup here. They got too much lean in the purple drink.
The October leading index expected minus 0.7%.
Wow, Qs. Whew. That.
Speaking of wonky, you had to see the action in Tesla. They would sweep calls in the morning. Then by lunchtime, they were sweeping puts. Then in the afternoon, they swept calls. They literally were switching sides 3-4 times a day.
I still think that it's, it originally was trading inside of that little area where it had, where I anchored to last year and this year, and it was trading inside of that zone. And I said, look for a break. I didn't know which way, up or down. And I said, but look for it to be on the violent side. And it did. It broke higher. But then to your point, as soon as it did, they just came in and ripped everybody up to the short side. And yeah, they just, it's a funny stock, and if you can catch the direction, you're good, but you can't do it with any amount of time. It's got to be a day trade, or it just will kill you.
Yeah,
Just eat you up. Some of these stocks just will not let you hold. SMCI, another example. You got to buy this thing.
That had a head fake, right? That looked like it was ready to rip, and then the next day gave it all back. Most of it.
Yeah, it gave a lot of it back. Yeah. That's what I mean. You got to be this one. You do have to buy in spots with a little bit of time, or it will kill you. Yeah. ENPH looks like crap. Hopefully, nobody's trying to be a hero with that thing. Chris, they're just gonna keep pushing SPY here. This is all right. I'm clearly off of my game with this, but they're going to go get that expected move, aren't they?
Now you got the Russell pushing highs of the day, complete reversal and pushing higher. Look at the move in the Russell the last 10 minutes here. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Look how thin. That's how thin the action is right now.
I don't like it. It looks like they want to push the SPY, though. Nice job, Chris. Hey, Chris, is Lucci back in the office? Where is he? Is he like, did he win a tournament, and does he have like spending prize money now?
He's spending the prize money.
Silvers, I can't blow that up. I don't know why. 2 runners, 1 fruit. That's weird. I don't know why this won't blow it up.
You got some more Citigroup coming in. That's pushing higher. Dukes, take it easy. I hate you from all the way across the house.
Yeah, dude, he's waking up the freaking Islanders in the Pacific here.
Jesus Christ, like nowhere even near the mic. But I hear. Let's see, there's the move and see. I mean, that's a nice move already. See, you would think there's some breather at some point.
There will be no breather for you. SPY's pulling a little bit, but
you're getting to that point again. Let me see. Where's the? I definitely want to see how these banks are treated into some selling when they do sell them. There'll be some point when they sell them. Where's that thing here? I can't find it. Oh, I know why. Never mind. A little slow here. Hood catching a little squeeze action. HOOD. Dash. That's a decent Fed bet in Dash. DASH. Fed 100s in an opening bet in Dash. Yeah, it looks pretty clean too. Why is this fucking thing jumping all over the place? I gotta shut something down. Hold on. All right, let me shut this a second.
Ford commenting on trying to reach full production schedules in the coming days at assembly plants in Michigan, Kentucky, and Illinois that were impacted during the strike for Ford.
Let me shut this. I'll reopen all this shit. Okay.
Little pull and spy.
About half of their US volume in 2024.
Yeah, again, what we should see and what we do see, two different things, but what we should see, and it will resemble kind of normalcy, would be indexes, little sticky here, and
Yeah.
underbelly squeeze stuff get some attention. Stuff that doesn't need the indexes to move. That's usually the Thanksgiving week theme. The Russell initially selling off right off the open through a little monkey wrench into things, but they straightened that out pretty quick.
Let's see if they come back to buy. Yeah, Ed, we tried trading Intel long term too soon. I liked the story. Then they talked about being past the point of pain, and the stock still took 6 months to start catching up to all of that sentiment. All right, SPY did bounce.
I think England made us
Back to VWAP, but it bounced.
operation to cover 2.91.
See what else we got there? Anything else out there? Nvidia, I'm seeing some shit for earnings. What is going on? ARK, some bull flow there. ARKK. That's up a buck.
Speeds to cost, saying he's not expecting to return to forward guidance on monetary policy.
ADI, oh, they have earnings. ADI earnings tomorrow, catching a bull bet. That's a cyclical semi.
It's music I was saying it's absolutely premature to start talking about interest rate cuts.
Ed, you're trading this week's Intels? Manage your trade, dude.
Oh, that's the ECB talking.
Roll that shit, Ed. Roll that shit. Push Inspire, aren't they? Yeah. We're just going to push.
Oh, that PENN pen, seeing a little squeeze action. We saw a little squeeze action there last week as well. Pen. Oh man, that gapped up. I don't want to chase a gap in that piece.
This XLE is wild. I'm glad I got out of the way of this trade.
What, bouncing out? Yeah,
They
right?
just-
Oil's been bouncing.
Just all over.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize they have until March, but it's something it just didn't look right to me. So just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Better to leave it alone.
Any short trade into this shit, it's not going to be easy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Pen caught an upgrade.
Okay.
Amazon, $500,000, February 16th, 155s.
Yep. Here, puts.
There wasn't any follow-up to that dash lane, was there?
Which one?
Dash, DASH.
Yeah. Oh, no, since that
No
one
follow-up.
Fed sweep. You got some a put sweeper here in that sphere, smallish. PLTR active again today. That's been active every day since the squeeze. A lot of these names, if you're in them and you're holding them, good for you. But as far as buying them up here now, that's a whole different story. Tesla, some puts. A little protection in gold.
He's kind of saying that rates at current levels should be enough. They're kind of saying he does not see a need to modify current code of good practice, which includes mortgage relief measures.
Who said that?
I didn't pay attention.
They just want to be heard. Like they just keep saying the same shit just to get your face on TV. Stop it. It takes some of the SPY long. I think they're just going to keep pushing here. Did not get filled on that rip.
At the top of the hour, just over a minute, we'll get the October leading index expected minus 0.7%.
BBY, that's an earnings bet in Best Buy. We got a little economic data coming in.
Get the October leading index in just 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Whatever it is, they like it.
Minus 0.8%, 1/10 lower than expected for October leading index.
CLSK, that's another Bitcoin miner getting some play. Charlie, Larry, Sam, Kevin. Jan 10s, out of the money 10s. And June 7.5. Nah, that's garbage. Probably not going to remain this active after the initial excitement, early opening bell excitement. Probably calm down. You got Tesla seeing a little bull flow now. Looks pretty mixed there. I mean, these big names, the flow shot in these big names. NVIDIA Feb 500s.
Trying to get away from the IV, huh?
I guess, yeah. Maybe, I don't know what they're, maybe they're replacing stock. Who the hell knows? Maybe they're just straight up going with that degenerate bastard. Everybody and their mother's buying the fucking thing. Right? Like some of these guys, running a book, if they don't own it, they'd rather lose money and own it than the stock keeps going higher and they don't have it. It makes it look worse for them, It's just a different mentality. Doesn't make sense, but I get it. I understand what they got to deal with.
I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah, you lose accounts, clients, ACAT. You saw our boy Chanos folded.
Oh my gosh, what a brutal freaking.
He'll
be back.
That's goes to show you. He's one sharp dude, right? Well, short only book.
I don't think you can. I think you have to use shorts in spots. I don't think you can be a short only guy.
Only book. I mean, come on.
That's tough. That's
You're
a
talking
rough way
about
to go.
a rigged game now, It's not like the old days. It's
Right.
XBI, we saw some bull flow in these things. Labu, XBI last week. This is small cap biotech.
That's been a rough sector.
Oh, beaten to hell. Beaten to shit.
Come on. Back to highs on SPY. And fade. There we go. I'm just sitting in some calls here for tomorrow, seeing if
SPY?
this, see if this 453 area, I don't know, maybe, we'll see. I just want a little cushion so I can not have to sit on the button. Now you got Tesla bears. I know, right? PXT, that's interesting.
I think they got bought out, didn't they?
Did they? Why
I
would
think
somebody be buying calls here?
Maybe they're playing the arbitrage. Who bought them? Exxon? Somebody big.
I forget. Hey, Silvers, you're talking about 2 Sigma move. Are you talking about the daily, or are you talking about what time frame are you talking about on SPX? I thought I marked it. Apparently I did not. Huh. Maybe I forgot to. All right, well, if we're kind of topping out, or Silver's is calling out SPX is topping out, then I'm just going to take some profits and wait. Sit around and wait. Some guys were calling out Baba this morning. What happened in Baba?
Baba?
Yes, I don't know why they were calling out. This thing is shit.
Oh, they bounced. They got hit off earnings last week. And on Friday, it looked like it was trying to bounce a bit. But it got smashed off earnings in Baba.
I flew out on SFO on Wednesday, and right there on the
When he came to town, right?
yeah, I mean, right on the tarmac, there's Air Force One.
You should. I could, but if you saw that, you probably rate him or something. You didn't go ahead.
It was like the last thing I needed was like
You
that
whack him, he's on your turf over there.
freaking commies in my backyard. What the fuck? It was irritating.
Meanwhile, your boy Biden's over there kissing his ass.
Exactly. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave. I can't deal. San Francisco's too much for me.
They're hurting too, man. They're hurting big time. So let them rot.
Finnish government saying they plan to shut more border stations if migration continues from Russia.
Oh, Russia's trying to keep them all locked in, huh?
Yeah.
Give them a rifle and a helmet against their will.
I got a little more Chase and Intel.
That's Ed. Ed keeps buying Intel.
Yeah, Ed, I think it was in it. I think he's been in Intel.
I think he's still in it.
Oh, he's still in it. Wow.
I think so. He said he sold a quarter of it, but
Nice, Ed.
close for 510, rolled 40-50 call spread. Also have 2 unch butterflies. Yep. Nice work, Silvers. Silvers is a printing press of money. He is. He's like a mint over there. He just prints it. Isn't Cali? Yeah, there's a lot of freaking socialist behavior in Cal. There's a lot. Not all of us are like that. You have to understand, and not all of us enjoy or like what's happened to a great city, multiple great cities. That's what happens when you allow shit to get way too far left. It is no fun. I'm sick of it, to be honest.
Seriously.
And there are a lot of crazy mofos that I do not share. Just because you live someplace doesn't mean you share their views, right?
No. No way. I mean, New York's another shithole.
Well, when I was in New York, it had way more of a pulse and felt better than San Francisco. Like San Francisco, I don't even like going into the city anymore. I'm like,
Well, Manhattan, everybody I know, same shit. Nobody goes to Manhattan anymore. It's like a different place now. You know what I mean? Nobody even bothers.
Yep.
Everyone's trying to get further and further away from that. But same thing by you, right? It's the city, and then the outskirts outside the city is still okay, right?
Yeah, I mean, you get outside. Yes, there obviously, right?
The city,
There are compartments everywhere, right?
yeah.
You know, it looks like some of the big names starting to get a little bit of a pull here. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, all getting a little pull. But SPY is still looking resilient.
Finnish Prime Minister saying that new measures will not be necessary if Russia stops its migrant flow.
Russia is already screwed. It's funny that they're trying to stop people now. I mean, their whole country's like, no, we're not doing this. They're like, yeah, you are, stay. You're not going anywhere.
Specify opening consultation on the public disclosure of crypto asset exposures by federally regulated financial institutions in Canada. They'll issue draft guidelines on public disclosures by the fall of next year. That's OSFI saying that final guidelines will be communicated by the winter of 2025, taking effect in the fourth quarter 2025. The Finnish PM saying that Finland will not wait long to see Russia's actions.
Snap, cheap, but seeing some tack on. Some more Snap.
See, I'm surprised Lucci is not in here. Trading his favorite crackhead name.
Snapalicious. What about his other beast, Melly, that he likes? Is that thing kind of got stuck a little bit now, right? New highs, well, new recent highs. The numbers were sick again, huh, Melly?
Yeah, that's very, very well run.
Jesus.
This is one very similar, let's say, to, you know, like a Chipotle or a SMCI. It just has good momentum. You have to wait. And if you do wait, like let's say for the 200 or the 50, that's a better area. You know, you go a couple of months out, you're going to throw down some premium and you're not going to like the bid ask spread. But if that, you know, if it holds true to the pullback go forward, then you're going to make money and you're going to make a lot of it because the thing moves in $100, $200 moves. It's disgusting how far it can move. Chipotle is a good example also. Same thing.
Yeah, Chipotle's. PLTR, a little more PLTR. Chewy puts.
Chewy.
Back from Chewy.
Let's check out the Momo scanner here. Tesla, Penn, City, all made the scanner.
Oh, Tesla puts.
Tesla puts made the scan that's on the radar. There's no active signals right now, but on the radar is Tesla and Penn, and then past signals was City got hit early.
Got it.
Meter's still at 68. This is just a weird space in what's happening with this market right now.
You know, the problem is like the smart move is not chasing, but you know, it's not like when you don't chase, the market's just going to stop because you're not chasing and reverse for you. You know,
Correct.
It always overshoots in both directions. But
Yep.
on a risk reward basis, you're better off waiting for some sort of pull. You know, and if they buy that pull aggressively, then you shoot. But you want to see what things look like into weakness, because if they shoot their load buying, as long as it goes, even if it goes for another couple of days, and they're done buying and they're not buying pullbacks, you're going to get caught anyway if you're not getting out in time.
Yeah.
But it is a pain in the ass, like you said, to just sit and watch things continue to move.
So we've already hit the call wall on SPY, and it's not
45 something.
452 is what I've got on the GEX.
SPY, gotcha.
Yeah. Then the lower side is 450. I mean, that's just not a lot of range. So, you know, you can see by the P&L, I've scraped a whopping $51.
Yeah.
Where I'm at right now, that's gonna get me like half a breakfast.
Yeah. These days,
They'll buy me a seat at the Manta for brunch, no tip.
let me see. SPX.
Those of you, so coming up in December, those of you in the Steamroom, we're going to put something together where I do a little review of what I'm looking at for next year from a leap strategy. So look for that in December. That'll be like an afternoon type of presentation.
Isn't it crazy? We're coming up on December. I mean, it's nuts. It was just the summer yesterday.
I know.
Shit, this is why I feel so old. It's just hyperspeed here. How do you slow it down?
There's other reasons you feel old.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But how do you slow it down? Is there a method to slow things down a little bit? The market does it too, you know?
Chris, how about I do more work? What are you talking about, Chris?
Oh, shit. Oh, he's popping shit up.
He's telling me to do more work?
Now he's criticizing your work ethic.
Really? Chris, how about you do less fucking talking? You're sucking the oxygen out of the rest of the world for the rest of us.
Firing and misses. What the fuck, Chris? What did ever do to you? I don't understand.
Seriously.
A little more PLTR, cheap tackle on.
No, we're starting to flatten out here. Starting to get to that time of the day. So those of you on the public broadcast, we've got about 10 minutes left. So as Lucci would say, he's going to do a walk around the club, but I'm going to do walk around the club.
I used to walk around the club. I haven't heard it in a while.
Internally. Oh, Chris. Who's
Yes. Helicopter into maintenance mode starting November 23rd. Michael, Canada.
What did he say about Canada?
I see you're obsessed with this guy. You pay attention. See, I got keywords that hit my brain. You pay attention to every little word. You're in love with this guy.
No, it's just his voice is like one of those little autistic triggers. I get the freaking
You're mesmerized.
Let's see if Spy can get back to VWAP. Come on, Spy. What's Q doing? Dukes.
Calm down a little bit.
Dukes needs a belly rub.
I'm conscious right now. So see, things are quieting down a little bit here now.
Yeah.
You get that excitement off the opening bell. But it could come in spurts throughout the day.
Indeed. Silvers want me to check out ALB. Isn't ALB a grocery store? Is it Albertsons? Maybe not.
ALB? I think ALB is like a chemical name. No, is that Albert? No, chemical, I think.
That's chemical?
I think so. If Albermar were, let me see. ALB.
Silvers, are you shorting? Are you shorting that? What are you doing with that thing? Ooh. I mean, I don't know anything about it. It's in a range with silvers. Come on, man. Look at that. That's a downtrend. So first thing to do for me is identify the trend. Is there a trend? Yes. Which direction is it? Down. That is a downtrend. So is it gonna, pop out of that downtrend? You need some catalyst. It's had earnings. It missed. I don't know what the word is. Headlines here. Promotes Cynthia Lima. I don't know who that is. Announced new senior vice president, chief external affairs and communications officer. So I don't see a technical reason other than you got the 821 cross pointing up, but the 21 kind of holding it in here. So silvers, I don't know, maybe if you get the 8 to cross above the 21, maybe you get a pop and it comes back up to like the 170 area, but just technically with the 250 over it, it's not my favorite. But if you're looking for a pop because it's flattened out, you might be able to make an argument that all of the bad stuff is out of it. What are you thinking on that? I don't know anything about. You throw chemicals in the same boxcar as the freaking trannies. Like there's no rhyme or reason. What rhyme or reason do chemicals have?
Chemicals are usually early cycle of a bottom rebound when they
I see. But that's just like it seems so random to me.
350s.
Going away. So you're looking for 135. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Microsoft seeing a little protection.
That's where they're buying it. Okay. Microsoft Bear still. How come that's not on the Momo scanner?
Let's see what's going on in Microsoft. You had a little bull flow there initially. I mean, it's just a mess. These names are a mess.
Yeah, it's just not clean. I agree. You gotta get that
Look
NVIDIA.
at the active lines there. Like, look what you got. So much shit hitting big because it's just so saturated with flow already.
That's right, Ed. As soon as we start talking about trannies, Jay and I are just a sentence away from being canceled.
I've already been canceled in several places, but they put me back on after an uproar. We made an uproar.
All right, we got like what?
Congress banned me accidentally. They blamed it on AI.
All right, we got just a few minutes left for the public broadcast, and then we'll switch back over to the steam room. Those of you who are interested in hanging around, there's going to be a link to a 2-week trial for $7.99. Come join
2
us.
weeks, 2 weeks, $8.
If you like what you see, you can stick around. If you don't, that's okay too. These guys are, so in the other room, these guys are saying ALB is a lithium play.
Oh, is it lithium? Okay.
I just don't know anything about it. It is not. I did not pay attention in chemistry, and
Yeah.
my head came
Remember
apart.
when lithium got hot? When was lithium for the batteries, right? That's when it was
yeah.
hot, like a couple years ago. I think so.
Yeah.
The EV batteries and shit. Edit, that's a biotech name for you speculative biotech fans. EDIT.
That's another difficult sector.
Yeah, these are just, a lot of these names have been ignored for a while, so you're getting short squeezes in a lot of these things too.
Yeah.
Somebody, all right, we got that out of the way. AMC put buyer for the day. Market up, down, sideways, crooked. They find a way to add some puts. You got a little more cheap action coming into that edit, EDIT. Wait, EDIT. Yeah. Oh, it's $10. Okay, I thought it was $1. Yeah, it's had a nice squeeze the last few days. Edit.
Seeing a press report that Hyundai and Kia are facing a probe into the automaker's recalls.
See, the chase buying doesn't really tell me much. You know, you got forced buying, you got shorts getting squeezed. There's a variety of reasons you're going to see call activity continue, especially in the hot names like PLTR, all these names. We need the bulls to get tested. We need some selling, and then into that selling, right? You're either going to see them buy it right up, or you're going to see buyers kind of choke up a bit, get a little gun shy, and then you got to wait for buyers to show up, maybe a couple of days, maybe a week. But you need a test here at this point. The chase, right? What does it tell us? They're still chasing. We know, that's not going to go on forever. So, but the problem is when the market's this strong and such a violent snapback, it doesn't happen as early as you would like it.
True that.
This is fucking VVIX. That's at new lows. God, what was that? Is that a ship?
No, it's a chair.
Oh, it was like a cruise line. That wouldn't surprise me having you streaming from a cruise next. Hawaii, multiple locations. Look at the VVIX. That's new lows, huh? Oof. Man, oh man. VVIX new lows.
All right. Yeah, don't show my screen. Thank you.
Goose. That's probably a squeeze too. Yeah, you got some short hedging in Goose. I didn't even buy my new Goose jacket yet because it's been so warm. I gotta buy a Goose jacket. By the time I get it, it's gonna be summer again. I look forward to the winter and a Goose jacket. Maybe I'll do it today.
All right, guys, I think we're getting ready to shut down the public stream if we haven't already. I don't see a post for the link. Who's asleep at the
They
switch?
just leave us hanging. The other day, I didn't even know what the hell I was.
I
If
know.
I was talking to anybody live.
There it is. All right, guys, have a good day. Steam room.
Have a good day, everybody.
Peace.
XPEV, runners in.